Hi and welcome back to my channel. Here's a quick update on my Mulla Mulla journal. Now it looks a little bit different to the last time you've seen it. What I did, I put some eyelash trim around the edge. It just needed something. I didn't know what. And I sat there and I thought about it and thought about it. And so I was going to put some sort of leafy thing around it. Now I thought, no, that's going to be too big for the cover. And so I just chose this eyelash trim just to sort of break it up. I just didn't like that, just that stark look was before. I don't know. Anyway, I'm more happy with it now. So I'm going to show you what I've done. I still haven't sewn anything in yet. I've put an inner pocket in here, a sheer one, which is just beautiful, like that. And I've glued it in the middle and either side, and that's just, I didn't even cut that off. I'm just going to leave that on there so it sticks out the ends, so you can see that it's a half doily. I've made up 2 signatures so far. I may put a little bit more in there, but I may not, because once I start embroidering on some of these pages, it's going to add thickness. So what the signatures are, I've just chosen different wildflower pages. Some that scrapbook page, and turned it into a pocket in there. This was a big book, a big long, really big pages. So what I've done here is I've folded it so we can see the wildflowers on either side, and on this part of it, this is where I think I'll stick some of my photographs on over the writing. So there's some more Australian flowers and things that I found. This one was a really old, really old book. Like, here's the cover of it. It was one of those Shell Service Australia books, and I might make this into a journal card to the cover and include it in the front or something like that. So then I've just got some of my tea-dyed paper as well in there. I may put some writing paper in there, I'm not sure. Now each signature has got these fabric pages, and this is what I'm going to embroider my wildflowers onto. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there's 8 spaces because I'll attach them front and back, and so that'll give me 16 wildflowers that I can potentially do some stitching with. So I just put those pages in, and then just repeated that sort of sequence where I'll put some of our own photos in there on those writing pages, and go from there. And I've got lots of things to put in the pockets. There's another stitching page. Some beautiful beautiful books I've included in here. Just love this. So I can put my own photos in there. And then the middle signature is some scrapbook paper with a pocket. So we can put other photos or little memory things that I know I've got stashed away from when we went around Australia. So that is one signature, and then the other one's exactly the same, but just got different scrapbook like type paper in there. So they're the two signatures. Like I said, I may put a little bit more in there. I've also, out of this Wildflower Australia shell book, which was very old and falling apart, I've made journal cards out of the colour pictures in here and just back them onto a manila folder, so they'll all go in this book here too. They're just absolutely stunning. I've just been waiting to do my own project to put this in. I've been saving these old pictures, hoarding them just to put in my own album. They're absolutely stunning. So they've got each of the states of Australia, and that one is a picture of just Australia-wide wildflowers. So I've got that ready to put in. I've also got, some of you might have seen this little book, Wildflowers of the Adelaide Hills. I'll use some of them to turn into little journal cards as well. So I've got that. So I've got plenty of journal cards. Yeah, so what I've got to do now is just settle on how I want these signatures to be and sew them in. And another thing I did do different was I put some lace around here. Now I put some lace around it, and I said to Dave, "Oh, do you think this looks like a granny's book, like from the 90s, you know? You know how people did photo albums up in the 90s and they put lace and things around them." And he goes, "Oh," he goes, "I don't know." He likes to stay out of those sort of decisions. But I liked the lace, but it needed something, and that's when I put this eyelash trim on, and I think I'm happy with it now, like that. So this is going to be a long-term project. It's not going to be anything I'm going to do quick, because each of those, 16, well, there's 8 in there, but they're double-sided, are going to have something like this sewn on it. So it'll be just a beautiful keepsake in the end. So yeah, that's my plan for my Mulla Mulla, and I'm just really stoked how the front cover came up, the stitching and everything. Just love it. And I'll be back, I suppose, for another video. I don't know. I'll come back and I'll show you when I do the next stitching, just to see what it is and all that sort of stuff. And in the meantime, I'm gonna probably put another junk journal together, a different one that I can sell. Yeah, so if you're new here, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. All sorts of stuff on here. I primarily love paper craft, and I've found over the years that changes, and you move through different stages, and experiment with different things and crafts and stuff, and I've done a bit of nearly every craft, but always seem to come back to either the paper craft or something like that. And also, don't forget to check out, I'll just move this out of the way, don't forget to check out my Etsy store. I've got a new set of doilies out. This is set 8 in. This is my Valita's Designs. That's the name of my Etsy store. This is set 8, and I also recently put the retro fabric scraps in. Now you get 44 pages in this. Look, for $4.87, and each of these pictures here is a page, not just that. Okay, so you can see all the different retro backgrounds you can use for your junk journaling. Now I couldn't fit that one last one because you have to zip it into zip files, and it only allows you to put a certain amount of megabytes in that, and I couldn't fit one last one in. So if anyone's interested in that one, just let me know and I can email it to you. But yeah, that's how I used it in my retro journal that I sent to Tanya. I loved making that journal, and at the time I couldn't find just the sort of back, the pages that I wanted, and so I just started putting my scraps together, fabric together, and scanned them, and they worked so nice. So that's that. So the set 8, this is set 8 in the doily journal. They're great. Look, the two people that I sold my two doily journals to, they absolutely loved them, and I still want to make myself one but I'm sort of a bit doilied out at the moment, so I'll wait and I'll make my one another time. But they just make beautiful pages, beautiful bookmarks, tucks, journal cards. I've even made some into envelopes, all that sort of thing. Pages, you can write on the back. Some of them, when I print them out, I'll print the doily on one side and a pretty pattern on the other side, and that works really well too. But you can just use them as flips, so you flip them over your page or a flip up, and journal underneath them. You can use them as a journal card. You could shrink them down. You could shrink them down and turn them into journal cards, little places of tuck spots as well. They're easy enough to shrink down in a Word document, and use as something smaller than what you get, because all these sort of fit on a A4 size. And look at that, I didn't even realize that Australian wildflower one was in there. I need to go back and have a look at that and put some in my journal that I'm making. So there's heaps in here. What are you crying about? Dave got called out to work last night, and he's been out all night, so Pickle's a bit worried about him, wondering where Daddy is. So he's not long off coming home. So that's you get a cat one. That's all in set 8. We're still going. I think that was the end of it there. They're older ones. Alright, so don't forget to check out those links. They're at a good price, and I will leave them at a good price because I just want to share what I've found at the op shops and stuff, so that you can buy them and use them in your own journaling and stuff like that, because they're really fun to use. So that's me. What else? I think that's me. Yep. So if you're new here, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel, press that bell button for notifications. Dave and me are just a one income couple. He works and I work here at home on my crafting, and I sell what I make. That helps us get along, and plus my YouTube channel helps a little bit too. So if you feel inclined, check out the little thanks heart below. You can help support my channel and stuff like that if you feel that way inclined. I'll be back real soon for a new video. So if you're new here, please pop on, say hello, tell us where in the world you are, and I would love to meet you. And you can leave me a like, thumbs up, that helps my channel too. Share. You can what else? Yeah, just say hi, leave me a comment. Alright, I'll catch you for a new video real soon. Bye.